Hello, beautiful listeners, and welcome back to Green Earth Essentials, the podcast where we explore the natural wonders that support holistic wellness, sustainability, and a thriving planet. I'm your host, Michelle Jackson, and today we're diving deep into one of the most underappreciated living systems on Earth, the soil beneath our feet. This episode is called The Secret Life of Soil, Why Dirt Deserves More Respect. And trust me, by the end of this episode, you'll never look at dirt the same way again. Soil isn't just a medium for holding up plants. It's a vibrant, complex living system teeming with life. 1 teaspoon of healthy soil can contain more microorganisms than there are people on Earth. That includes billions of bacteria, thousands of fungal species, protozoa, nematodes, and even microscopic insects like springtails and mites. These organisms form what scientists call the soil food web. Each member of the web plays a vital role. Bacteria help break down organic material into nutrients. Fungi form symbiotic relationships with plant roots, and nematodes consume harmful microbes, keeping populations balanced. Fungal hyphae, tiny thread-like structures, extend through the soil, connecting roots and distributing water and minerals. Actinomycetes, a type of bacteria, are responsible for that earthy smell after it rains, and they also play a role in decomposing tough plant fibers like cellulose. Even larger organisms like earthworms and beetles contribute by aerating the soil and mixing organic matter into deeper layers, which improves structure and drainage. Soil breathes too. It exchanges gases with the atmosphere, thanks to the respiration of roots and microorganisms. This airflow is essential for healthy plant growth and nutrient cycling. Without this living matrix, agriculture would collapse, forests wouldn't grow, and ecosystems would fall apart. In essence, soil is not inert. It's alive, dynamic, and central to life on Earth. Did you know there's a profound connection between soil health and our own gut health? Emerging research from institutions like the University of Colorado and the National Institutes of Health is revealing that exposure to diverse soil microbes during early childhood plays a critical role in training our immune systems. These microbes help develop what's known as immune tolerance, the body's ability to distinguish between harmful invaders and harmless substances. This is especially important in preventing conditions like asthma, eczema, allergies, and autoimmune diseases. The rise of chronic inflammation and gut-related disorders in modern societies is closely linked to reduced microbial diversity, both in our environments and in our diets. Industrial farming practices, processed foods, antibiotic overuse, and sanitized urban lifestyles have disrupted the natural transfer of beneficial microbes from the soil to our bodies. Historically, humans evolved alongside these microbes through regular contact with nature, digging in the dirt, harvesting food from the land, and living in close proximity to animals and natural systems. One remarkable study published in Science Advances found that children raised on traditional farms where soil exposure is common had more diverse gut microbiota and lower rates of immune disorders compared to their urban counterparts. And it's not just about childhood. Adults can benefit too. Activities like gardening, foraging, and even walking barefoot on natural ground, also known as earthing, can reintroduce essential microbes and positively influence the skin and gut microbiomes. Foods grown in biologically rich soil, especially those that are organic and minimally processed, carry microbial life and compounds that support our digestive and immune health. Some researchers even refer to the gut as the second brain, connected to mental health and mood through the gut-brain axis. So nurturing soil isn't just about feeding plants, it's about nourishing ourselves on a microbial level. One of the most fascinating and mysterious aspects of the underground world is the mycorrhizal network, a vast web of symbiotic fungi that interconnects plant roots like a biological internet. The word mycorrhiza comes from the Greek for fungus root, and these fungi have co-evolved with plants for over 400 million years. In this mutualistic relationship, the fungus helps the plant absorb water and minerals, particularly phosphorus, in exchange for sugars produced through photosynthesis. But it doesn't stop there. These fungal networks form a kind of underground information superhighway. Mycorrhizal fungi link not just individual plants, but entire plant communities. Through this network, trees and plants can share nutrients, support sick or young seedlings, and even send warning signals about pest attacks. It's as if plants have developed a silent language, and fungi are the messengers. Dr. Suzanne Simard, a forest ecologist at the University of British Columbia, has famously documented how mother trees, large mature trees, nurture their offspring by transmitting carbon and nitrogen through the mycorrhizal network. Her groundbreaking research challenged the old idea of trees as isolated competitors and revealed forests as cooperative, interconnected families. There are two main types of mycorrhizal fungi: arbuscular mycorrhizae, which penetrate plant root cells and are common in crops and grasses, and ectomycorrhizae, which envelop roots and are often found in forests with pine, oak, and birch. Both play critical roles in soil structure and health, creating microchannels that enhance aeration and water retention. What's more, mycorrhizal fungi secrete glomalin, a sticky protein that acts like soil glue, holding particles together and improving soil stability and carbon storage. This means they don't just help plants, they help mitigate climate change. Unfortunately, many agricultural practices, especially those involving chemical fertilizers, plowing, and fungicides, disrupt these networks. When these underground alliances are broken, plant resilience, nutrient uptake, and ecosystem stability suffer. Supporting organic and regenerative farming methods helps preserve and rebuild these essential connections. So, next time you walk through a forest or garden, remember beneath your feet lies an ancient, intelligent network silently maintaining the balance of life. Soil is one of the largest carbon sinks on the planet. Through photosynthesis, plants pull carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and channel it underground via their roots. This carbon becomes stabilized in the form of organic matter, root exudates, decomposed plant material, and microbial biomass. In healthy soils, this carbon is stored long term, sometimes for centuries, locking it away from the atmosphere and helping to mitigate climate change. According to the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, FAO, soils can store up to 2,500 billion metric tons of carbon, more than the atmosphere and all plant life combined. But here's the catch. When soil is disturbed through tilling, overgrazing, or chemical use, that stored carbon is released as CO2, contributing to greenhouse gas emissions. Practices that build soil organic matter, such as no-till farming, using cover crops, integrating livestock, and adding compost, can significantly increase the soil's capacity to sequester carbon. For example, the Rodale Institute's long-term farming trials have shown that regenerative organic practices can sequester over a ton of carbon per acre per year. That's a powerful climate solution hiding in plain sight. Biochar, a form of charcoal made by heating organic material in a low oxygen environment, is another tool for enhancing carbon retention in soils. When added to soil, it can remain stable for hundreds to thousands of years, improving fertility while reducing greenhouse gases. Soil also plays a crucial role in the water cycle, and these two systems, carbon and water, are deeply intertwined. Healthier soils retain more moisture, reduce runoff, and cool the surrounding environment through transpiration. This creates a feedback loop. Better soil leads to better water retention, which supports more plant growth, which in turn draws down more carbon. in the big picture, preserving and restoring soil health isn't just about food security or biodiversity. It's about climate resilience. By investing in the ground beneath us, we tap into one of the most potent and natural solutions for a warming planet. Let's talk about composting. When you compost your food scraps, yard trimmings, coffee grounds, eggshells, and even certain paper products, you're feeding the soil ecosystem. Compost isn't just decayed organic matter. It's a powerful soil amendment rich in nutrients, beneficial microbes, and humic substances that support long-term fertility. When added to soil, compost improves its structure by binding small particles like clay into aggregates that enhance porosity and aeration. This creates a better environment for plant roots and soil life. Compost also dramatically improves the soil's ability to retain moisture, which reduces irrigation needs and helps plants survive during dry periods. In fact, compost amended soils can hold up to 20,000 gallons more water per acre, a game changer for drought-prone areas and regions facing water scarcity due to climate change. Beyond moisture and structure, compost supports microbial diversity. It introduces billions of bacteria and fungi that help decompose organic matter, suppress plant diseases, and enhance nutrient cycling. Some composts even contain natural biocontrol agents that protect crops from harmful pathogens and pests. Vermicomposting, using red wiggler worms to break down food scraps, takes things a step further. The worm castings, or vermicast, are rich in plant growth hormones and enzymes that stimulate root development. Studies have shown that plants grown in vermicompost-rich soils exhibit increased growth rates, improved nutrient uptake, and greater resistance to stress. Vermicomposting is ideal for small-scale setups, including apartments and urban environments, making soil regeneration accessible to everyone. Composting also plays a huge role in reducing greenhouse gas emissions. Organic waste in landfills decomposes anaerobically, producing methane, a greenhouse gas over 25 times more potent than carbon dioxide. Diverting this waste stream through composting significantly lowers our carbon footprint. Cities like San Francisco, Toronto, and Milan have implemented municipal composting programs, diverting tens of thousands of tons of food waste each year and transforming it into nutrient-rich compost used in parks, gardens, and farms. On a smaller scale, backyard and community compost bins are springing up across neighborhoods, creating local loops of sustainability. Unlike conventional farming, regenerative agriculture focuses on building soil health. Practices like no-till farming, cover cropping, and rotational grazing minimize disturbance and keep the soil covered year-round. Gabe Brown, a North Dakota farmer and soil health pioneer, turned his degraded farmland into a thriving ecosystem by implementing regenerative methods, and his yields increased while his costs dropped. In addition to improving soil structure and fertility, regenerative agriculture enhances biodiversity both above and below ground. Fields managed regeneratively support more pollinators, beneficial insects, and microbial diversity than conventionally tilled fields. Studies from the Rodale Institute and the Savory Institute show that regenerative systems can sequester more carbon, retain more water, and be more resilient to extreme weather events like floods and droughts. By mimicking natural ecosystems and prioritizing soil health, regenerative agriculture not only feeds us, but helps us heal the planet. Sadly, we're losing soil at an alarming rate. The UN estimates that 33% of global soils are degraded due to erosion, overuse of chemical fertilizers, pollution, and deforestation. In the U.S. alone, it can take 500 years to build 1 inch of topsoil, and we're losing it far faster than that. This isn't just an agricultural issue, it's a planetary emergency. Urban sprawl, monoculture farming, and the paving over of fertile land for roads and developments also contribute to the problem. In many regions, the loss of topsoil has led to desertification, where once productive land becomes barren and unable to support life. A report from the FAO warns that if current trends continue, we may have only 60 harvests left in some parts of the world. The ripple effects are profound. Degraded soil means lower crop yields, increased food insecurity, reduced resilience to climate shocks, and the collapse of ecosystems that depend on healthy land. Healthy soil functions like a sponge, soaking up rain and slowly releasing it to plants and groundwater systems. It reduces runoff, prevents floods, and purifies water naturally. In contrast, compacted or degraded soil can't absorb water effectively, leading to erosion, drought, and pollution. Soil health is water health. The organic matter in soil, especially humus, acts like a moisture reservoir, storing water and nutrients for times of need. According to the USDA, increasing soil organic matter by just 1% can help the soil hold an additional 20,000 gallons of water per acre. This makes soil restoration a crucial strategy in climate adaptation, especially in regions facing increased rainfall variability. Healthy soil also acts as a natural filter, removing pathogens and toxins from water as it percolates down, helping to recharge aquifers and protect freshwater resources. From desertified land in Africa, brought back to life by agroforestry, to urban farms in Detroit, revitalizing neighborhoods, the soil revolution is happening. In Costa Rica, farmers are using compost tea to restore microbial life and improve coffee yields. These stories show that soil regeneration is not just possible, it's scalable and essential. In Andhra Pradesh, India, millions of farmers are transitioning to zero-budget natural farming, a regenerative approach that eliminates synthetic inputs and builds healthy soil through compost, microbial inoculants, and cover crops. The results? Increased biodiversity, improved crop resilience, and better farmer incomes. In China's lowest plateau, one of the most degraded landscapes on Earth was restored through large-scale soil rehabilitation, transforming barren hills into fertile farmland and lifting millions out of poverty. These examples remind us that healing the soil can also heal communities, economies, and ecosystems. Even if you don't have a garden, you can still support healthy soil. Start a compost bin or join a community compost program. Avoid synthetic fertilizers and pesticides. Plant cover crops like clover in bare areas. Support local farms using regenerative practices. And simply get your hands in the dirt. It's therapeutic and connects you back to the earth. Soil is not just the ground we walk on, it's the foundation of life. By respecting and restoring it, we heal our bodies, our communities, and our planet. If you found today's episode inspiring, I invite you to support our work on Patreon. Your contribution helps us continue sharing important, empowering stories like this one. Visit patreon.com/Green Earth Essentials to become a patron and join our growing community. Until next time, stay grounded, stay curious, and take care of this beautiful earth we all share. This is Michelle Jackson, signing off.